A very good morning, lovely people. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Arise, and I am here to normally give you impacting you positively information, content that you really deserve to get, but you can't find it anywhere. My name is Judy Imirona, and today I have a special guest in studio with me. We are going to talk a lot. And we have an amazing topic of discussion that you need to interest yourself with, and probably people around you. Try to tell them that we are here on your tele and we are here to educate you and, you know, try to discover quite a lot that you haven't actually seen in life. Well, in studio, I have Miss Alice Kansime. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Julie, and I'm glad to be here.
Tell the people who you are and what to do.
My name is Kansime Alice, like Julie has said. I am a business entrepreneur. I'm a training consultant. I'm also a mother.
I like that.
Yes, and I love young people. So I am here and I'm blessed to be here.
So she is the best version of your sister there you're seated with, or probably if your parents could be, yes, your sister, your next young sister or big sister that can help you groom your children in a better way possible. Well, today we're going to talk about lifestyle, and lifestyle is one thing that has been either a major problem or a transformation in people's life, always in this day-to-day life that we are living in. Lifestyle is the way how person lives. We understand that. So it could be an interest, opinion, behavior, or behavior orientation of a group of people, culture, or you yourself. So that's lifestyle, and that's what we've come to actually talk about. There's a lot that happens in lifestyle. Some people have mishandled their lifestyle. Others are living in the shadow. They don't know what they're doing is either right or good. How do you make your lifetime be the lifestyle be the better version of yourself to groom you and become a better person? So that's what we've come to talk about. And just to begin with, Miss Alice Kansime has come to educate us, mainly the youth out there, about lifestyle and how best you can get something good out of it. So Alice, let's try to understand, how do you define a healthy lifestyle for a young person out there who is watching the show?
Wonderful question. I love the word healthy.
Yes.
Meaning, if it is healthy, the outcomes of your decisions are wonderful outcomes. They are positive outcomes. They impact on you in a very developmental way.
Okay.
So when you say a healthy lifestyle, it means the decisions that you make. It means the choices that you do. It means the way you move, the way you do your things, and the things that you do.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you're more intentional about them, so that the end result of what you're doing has a positive impact on you as an individual.
Okay.
So when you say healthy, it means they are constructive. It means it could be having an impact on your dieting. You're eating well because you want to have good health. You're exercising because you want to keep fit. It means you're reading and adding value because you want to develop your mental capacity and intellectual capacity. It means you're doing away from toxicity like drugs and shisha and those things because they have a negative impact
on you.
On you.
And people around you, by the way.
And people around you as well. It means the decisions that you make every day, the habits that you train yourself to do. It means you're intentional. Remember, it's not by mistake. It doesn't just happen out of the blue, because you can choose to make choices. Life is about choices. Everybody that you see, it is a total amount of the choices that they have made in their lives. Yes. So you might, sometimes it is, you might have not yet reached into your opportunity. And maybe the challenges are still there. You're trying out so many things and you've not yet broken through. But when your lifestyle is healthy and you're making the right choices, still one day you will step into your opportunity and everything will come into place again.
Well, I like that. It's very much interesting. In your opinion, what are the most significant lifestyle choices that impact on a youth today? Yes, significant lifestyle.
Significant lifestyle. Significant means these are big decisions that you're making. These have to do with your future.
Okay.
These have to do with your career. These have to do with your purpose. These have to do with a long-term goal that you're looking at. Today, Julie is here, but 20 years from now, where will you be? What will you be doing?
Okay.
How is what you're doing now going to impact on you 10 years from now? Those are the significant choices that you're going to make. So if you choose that in the future, 10 years from now, I want to be this, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to eat healthy? Or in 5 years' time? Because we all know that we eat our way into diseases. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
90% of what we eat is what impacts on our health lifestyle.
Okay.
Yes. So what you're going to do every day, are you going to be dancing all night, spending it in discos? Are you going to be partying, party after party? You know, like young people, we call it freedom, eh? Party after party. And we think that is what lifestyle is about, having fun. Okay, after the fun is over, can you sustain that fun for the next 20 years? Does that promote you to save? If you've not saved anything, do you have anything? Will there be a change in the lifestyle that you have? Will it be better or worse 20 years from now? So what significant things are you going to do? Are you going to add value to yourself? Right now, maybe you've done this, and it has put you somewhere. You've studied something. Whatever you have has put you somewhere. So if 20 years from now, you want to be at another level, what are you going to add now to be able to be significant 10, 20, 15 years from now?
Okay.
Because it's what you're doing now. And it has to be something that is contributing. It makes a difference. When you say the word significant, it means there is a Julie who was there at 2025. And there is a Julie whom we want to see at 2035. 10 years from now. So there has to be something Julie is going to do. So that 10 years from now, she's a different person. When they see the videos now, and she's this Julie, and you see the videos 10 years from now, somebody should tell a difference. And it's like, hey, there is growth, there is development, there is advancement, there is basically a positive impact on her life. And she made the choice. She made the significant decisions. She ate well. She looked after her life. She used to add value to herself. She looked out for opportunities whenever they were there. She would always show up, even when she doesn't feel like it.
Yes, I know.
Yes, she would wake up and show up and build the positive energy. And through every day, every step that she made, those milestones, the small milestones she made, together built in, and they made her reach into the opportunity, into the wonderful Julie that we see now in 2035.
Beautiful. Let's now try to look at how social media has influenced, lifestyle as we speak, lifestyle choices of young people. Do you think it has? If it has, how has it influenced that lifestyle of young people today, social media?
Oh, wonderful question. You know, social media is the thing to do now. It's the one that is rocking all over the
world
place.
has gone digital.
The world is going digital everywhere. But I would say 50-50. There are some people who are using social media to be able to do what they would not have done before. Maybe positively. You know, social media, everything and anything you will ever want is out there. There is no sieving. There is no, this is for this particular age. At least when you're putting some programs on TV, they'll say, this is for those who are above 16 or 18 and above. PG.
Yes.
That is not with social media. As long as you have data,
you consume everything.
You consume everything as long as you look for it. And even when you don't look for it,
it finds
pop-ups will come.
In your feed, you can imagine.
That you don't even want. So how, as a young person, how am I using social media to develop myself? I can choose and say, when I'm on social media, I'm going to be looking for educational programs. Maybe today we are talking about lifestyle. I am very sure, Julie, before we even came to the studio, you went out there, went to social media, looked for like lifestyle in Uganda, in Kampala, maybe in rural areas, maybe nationally, maybe internationally, so that you have a global perspective and a national perspective and a community perspective, basically on an individual level. So social media helped to inform you of those patterns and the different levels. That was constructive. Why? Because you're going to use that information to inform our wonderful viewers who are listening to us. But imagine someone is out there, you're spending data, which you didn't even earn, because you know young people have not yet developed their own money, they are still depending on parents. You're using your own data to look for stuff. And what are they looking for? Pornography. Who is the best footballer? What stroke did Messi bring? Ronaldo doesn't even know you exist, but you're there dying for him. You know, who is what has Puff Daddy done? Who is the next most recent? Okay, you're consuming all that content. How is it contributing to your development as an individual? If Michael Jackson died 20 years ago and now they have said he's alive right now, how does that impact on you as Julie? How does it contribute to your next meal that you want to put on your table?
But you know the entire story.
Exactly. So young people know the best footballer. They know the best trick. They will even go and bet. Chances, they are on luck. Every day, you can't live life on luck. Success is not by luck. It is intentionally the small milestones that you achieve. You decide to wake up in the morning and be here on the show. After the show, you go back home and do your home chores and prepare for the next opportunity. Look out for what? Who is going to do this? I'm going to look out for this show. I'm going to look for this personality. Those opportunities that you're doing every day will one day turn out into a big milestone, a big achievement, and that will be success and healthy and significant in your life. So
should we say social media has influenced a young person negatively?
The biggest part of young people are misusing social media, and they are taking in content that is not relevant for their age at that time, and that's why we tell in the trends there is a reduction in the morals of young people. Young people now feel, someone will be 12 and they feel they want their freedom. I have a choice. If I want to be a boy and I'm a girl, you know, they feel they can make their own choices. If I want if I have my boyfriend and I'm 13 years old, it is my choice. It is my lifestyle. So social media, because they see these things, they see those movies, they're living a very imaginary and illusionary life. It's not real. That love you watch, young people don't want to work. They want to watch every movie. They can sit on TV and watch every soap, every Telemundo that is there. But that love doesn't exist in reality. How would you instead use the energy you have as a young person to do something constructive? You might be very good at doing hair. How do you develop that talent even at your young age and move it to the next level? And instead of going to social media to look for Telemundo, you go to social media to look for nice hairstyles, decent skills, and how to do it, and which machines can cut the hair, which tutorial. Exactly. How do you handle customers? How do you start up that business?
Okay, this is personal.
Wonderful.
Your 16-year-old daughter, would you allow her to be on social media, on any account, on either Facebook, X or any of social media platform?
Yes, I would allow her to be at least on some. Not so many, because she doesn't need all those accounts. She can't optimally utilize them. But at least she should be able to send a mail. She should be able to be on, on Facebook, because you can't stop her.
How are you going to regulate that?
You inform her. We sit together one-on-one. And I will tell you, like, I also try to control how much time you spend on the phone or on the laptop or on, because remember, nowadays people are just putting Wi-Fi in the home. So a child can access anything at whatever time.
Okay.
Yes, so you regulate. You say you're going to be on social media what exactly are you going to do on social media? I would need to know. Who are your friends on social media? What do they do? What do you discuss with your friends? I would love to know, as a responsible mother, I would love to know, what are you doing? How are you utilizing social media?
Okay.
Then when I see some wrong elements, we sit and talk about it. I inform you of the impact that it's going to create on you. And sometimes, even when you're doing something wrong, you know it. You know it. At 16, you know. If it is good, it is good. If it is bad, you know it is bad. Whatever you hide from Julie and you want to do in secret is not good.
Okay, it's like you're telling us that advice is better than denial. It's better to talk to the young people than denying them their right of having certain things, right?
Yes, very true.
That's beautiful. Tell me whether the role of physical activity play in daily life. Physical activity play in daily life of today's youth, and why is it very important?
Wonderful. You know, young people, naturally, we have a lot of energy. It's this is the age when you really feel, have you ever, was there a time when you felt like, I can play and play the whole day and never get tired? You know, you want to play and not stop because you feel you have the energy, you can go on and on. So naturally, young people, we are strong, we have power, we want to do as much as possible. So physical activity helps to dispense this energy the positive way.
Okay.
And yet keep you healthy. So that by the time you're done with the football match, you are even tired and you want to sleep. And sleep is also another, that's also medicine in itself.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that we don't pay for, but yet they're very important. So physical activity helps to keep the mind. Actually, it's holistic in nature. Intellectually, the mind is being developed. So you're looking at the intellectual development of the child.
Active.
Yes. Then socially, you're looking at your interaction with others, because you're not going to do physical activity alone. Most times you'll be with your colleagues playing football, or you're playing duel, or you're playing chess. So you are interacting with others. You're developing your teamwork, your team skills, cooperation skills. All that social network is being developed. Then you're also developing your spiritual life. Because if we are like maybe talking about
Bible study.
The Bible study, and maybe we played the game, and in that game I knocked my friend. We were playing football, and I know very well that I wanted the ball, but I kicked your leg. I kicked your leg. So I would want to say sorry. You know, those morals that are in us, at least you're able to exhibit. They say when you give a person just one ball, you can tell in 5 minutes the character of that person. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yes. Just play. Play can help you identify the character, because you see people's character like coming up. Have you seen Ronaldinho when he's annoyed? And they refuse to give him the ball, he will like want to throw tantrums and gets annoyed. He expresses it even on the pitch. He doesn't hide his emotions. So it develops. Physical activity helps you to develop even your emotional intelligence. Even the way you relate with others is also developed. So you look at all these holistic skills on the person. They are all developed just through physical. It helps you to even learn how to communicate with others. You tell someone, no, that's not okay. Nsonyiwa nakukubye butu na nsonyiwa. You learn how to communicate, you learn how to say, so you learn how to become empathetic, you step into other people's shoes, you know, goalkeeper, goalkeeper. All those wonderful skills that we cannot buy with money are developed through physical activity.
Well, thank you so much, Alice. I want to know how do dietary habits among young people affect their overall health and well-being, their well-being.
Wonderful. When you talk of diet,
And now to
everybody, not only young people, this is for elderly, this is for young, this is for every age. The way we eat is very significant in our life. There is a trend of people going away from local food. And people think chips, chicken, pizza, hamburgers, they think that is the trend, that is lifestyle, that is modernity. But all this junk food that we are taking, it is the reason why there is an increase in diseases that we don't even that we've never heard about with our grandparents. It's just a shift of 3 generations from your grandparents up to you. Your grandparents, there are things like these viral infections that are happening every now and then. They used not to happen before. People used to live for 100 years. I'm sure you've heard of somebody who was buried above 90, lived above 90.
So the lifespan has reduced?
Exactly, the lifespan has reduced because of what we are eating. We are not eating real local food. We are eating food that is intoxicated, we are eating junk, we are eating too much cooking oil, we are eating expired foods, processed foods with all those carbohydrates in there, preservatives in there, with things that we are importing. There is fresh food. Uganda is blessed, we are the pearl of Africa. There is no food that we don't have. Let's go back to our greens. Let's go back and steam our matoke. Let's go back and cook our luombo. All the nutrients are preserved in there. That is the real food that preserves and has nutrients.
Yeah.
So the way we eat should change again. Because if you see, the more we thought of fast foods, you're running to work, you don't have time to eat. I don't know if, Julie, you eat lunch. You sit on a decent meal and you eat lunch.
I really do.
You
and
really
good
do.
enough it's provided here.
Wonderful. That's why you're looking nice. You see? But if you were not eating good food, it can even show in your skin. It will even show in your body. It will even, you know, you will have to put artificials to be able to look nice.
Okay.
But yet you can look nice naturally by eating well.
Thank you so much, Alice. People snack a lot, mainly the youth out there. You don't have time to cook, and others don't want to disturb themselves to go to the market.
Others, the nails are too long, you know. They don't want to scrub saucepans.
Yes, I hear wanting to pick food and whatsoever. You just go and buy chapati, snacks and all that, and then you feed yourself on that. Thank you so much for watching. Arise is the name of the show. Very interesting conversation, and we are talking about lifestyle. We're going to take just a short breather, but when we return, we're going to continue from here. There's a lot that we need to feed you on. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and thank you so much for watching. Arise is the name of the show. My name is Judy, and in studio I have Miss Kansime Alice, and we're talking about lifestyle of young people. But no doubt you can as well pick something out of it, because we've not discriminated. Our conversation is general. We want to teach people about so many things and the mistakes we do make in our lives, unknowingly, that we need to fix right about now. So as we continue, can you explain how lifestyle factors contribute to mental health issues in or among young people?
Wonderful. Lifestyle contributes to mental health. There's a wonderful popular singer who has just been going through a phase of his life. And I imagine the eldest son came out and started talking and tried to be vocal about the lifestyle of the father and how it impacted on them
Negatively.
as children. So you see, your lifestyle as an individual impacts
on people around you.
On people around you. And it could be positive or negative. So you can imagine he's venting it out after years of keeping it. And now is when he feels, when the father, and remember, you're expressing when your father is even in a condition that is not very nice. He's also trying to battle for his life. But for you, now is when you feel like, let me say it, this is what was happening. Like, they advised him about his lifestyle.
No, they never talked about it. Those that were around him would actually just praise him because they feared talking about it in front of them.
But it was draining him, and it had a negative impact on family. So you see how it takes a toll at the end of the day. So young people, every decision you make, it will take a toll on you. It will take a toll on those around you. That's why you have to have the right people. If I love you, Julie, I will tell you, Julie, please don't get out of the house at midnight. You are a beautiful young girl. Anybody out there at midnight, that's when the thieves are all there. That's when all the drunkards are there. Everybody, it's unsafe. It's not a safe environment. So don't go. Can you please postpone that party? Don't go alone. Or if you want to go, have the right people around you. Have people who tell you, Julie, nedda onywedde nnyo tulabe otandise okukola ki okutamiira. You get people who will talk to you and tell you the truth because they really love you. Yes, not people who are going to babysit you and give you an impression because they want to keep getting the money from you. Julie, I have to maintain my friendship with Julie because I benefit. Those are not good friends. Okay. Yes. So have people who tell you the truth, and as young people, accept corrective feedback. Exactly. So if people love you, if they tell you something you don't want to hear, sometimes go back and sit alone and analyze what they have told you. Do they really love me? Are they telling me this because they love me? Or maybe they don't wish me well. So think about these things. Look out for people who have successfully made it, like role models, like mentors, like people who are out there and they are good examples to society. Look at their lives. How do they live their lives? Have you ever heard the president saying that he doesn't smoke? Yeah. Have you heard him say, telling young people about HIV/AIDS? Have you heard him talking about what he eats and what he doesn't eat? Very much so. Even when I remember one time he even said, even when he travels, he goes with his Ugandan foods and they are prepared, and his porridge. He's prepared. He doesn't want to eat his pineapples fresh from Uganda. You get? Why is he doing all that? Does it have an impact on his life? No. Exactly. So we as young people, what should we do? We copy those ones and look up to them, because if they've done it and successfully made it, then we can even do it better because we are even young and we still have opportunity to change our life and to make our future better. Wow, that's very beautiful. Let's now talk about stress management. How do you think stress management techniques can be integrated into daily life of a young person? Have you heard even children in primary nowadays, they say, I am stressed. Primary. Exams have stressed Exams have stressed me. Have you realized that there is a very high trend of young people not being able to manage the situation challenges in life? Yes. Last week, was it 2 weeks ago, results of A-level came out. There was a boy who got 10 points and drowned himself. And they were looking for him, and they found he had drowned himself. 10 points in A-level. How do you drown at 10 points? He expected much. Maybe he expected much. Maybe he had been performing well before. Maybe we can't judge because we do not know the whole story. But what am I saying? I think our children of this generation need to be exposed to tough life. They need to learn how to manage. They need to know that if I go without the meal that I want today and I eat posho and beans, it is okay. If I am in boarding school, it is portion and beans. We have eaten and survived. At home, you will go and have your pizza and have your life and do whatever you want. But when you come to school, play by the rules of the game. You get? So children need to adjust and not transport their values from home into other places. Because as parents, I think we also need to adjust on our parenting skills. You suffered as a parent, so you don't want your children to be exposed to hard life. You want them to be nkoko nzungu. Nkoko nzungu. So our children are becoming so exotic. They are not facing challenges. They don't know how to make decisions. Anything small, you take away a phone from a child and they are throwing tantrums. They can't survive without a phone for a whole day. Mother, father, you're not going to be there in the future when this child is going to face life, because after that they are going to get out of your custody and they will go and face the world. How are they going to manage the stress? So they need to start now. Wake up in the morning, tell them by 6. If you have an 8-year-old child who cannot lay their bed, you already have a problem as a parent. If a child cannot, if visitors come to visit you in the home, and children, instead of coming out to greet the visitors, they are running out into their bedrooms to attend to their phones and social media, then you have to change. Something has to change.
You haven't done your job.
You're not doing your job as a parent.
Okay.
Yes. So let's allow our children to manage the challenges in life. Before you have a job and life is so good, life you are able to provide. A season comes and you don't have a job anymore. The life has to change. You have to sit down the children and tell them life has changed and you no longer have a job. At a time we're buying 2 loaves of bread, now you're going to eat 1 loaf of bread. We are eating a full plate and getting satisfied. Now we are going to share the small that is available. When this phase, so allow them to face life and be able to make decisions and harden up.
Okay.
Yes, so that tomorrow when they are to work, because the world is not going to forgive them. The world will teach you. If you don't learn it now, it will teach you the hard way.
Okay.
So better you learn these skills right away from home. You learn how to say sorry. You learn how to work with others. Because when you go out to work, you're not going to be with your family. You're going to be in a hospital where you have to be a doctor.
Yes.
Are you going to be a quack?
No.
Exactly. So let's allow our children to face these small things in life. Face them, wake up, let them know my role in this house. I'm supposed to wash plates, I'm supposed to mop the house. No visitor is supposed to come in the house and find it dirty because mommy is not around or because the maid did not clean the house. It's a responsibility. When the children are back home in holidays, let them do housework.
Okay.
Teach them to face life the hard way and be able to overcome.
Don't baby them. Well, now let's talk about sleep.
Yes.
What is the impact of sleep habits on the lifestyle and productivity of a young person or young individuals there that are watching this show?
Wonderful. Sleep is very essential. It is actually a medicine in itself. There are some medicines which we don't get in pharmacy.
By the time we overdo it.
Like laughter. Like physical exercise, like sunshine, just breathing fresh air, sitting under a tree and breathing fresh air. So sleep is one of those wonderful medicines that everybody needs in life. This is called a mortal body. It gets tired. It runs out. Like the way you do a job for several months and several years, you're in the same position doing the same thing. You need a refresher. You need to be able to get some nice trainings to take you out of the normal environment. Same thing as sleep. Sleep also helps you to calm down the body, to rest the nerves, to
But there are those that do
it,
overdo it. I mean, how do you spend the entire day in your bed? When you relax a little bit, they find you in bed. Yeah, like...
At least the best time for sleeping, they say between 5 to 8 hours. Okay. It depends on what you have done. If you've spent the whole night shooting, Julie, I would expect you not to sleep for less than at least 4 hours.
Okay.
5 to 8 hours, depending on what you have been doing. But again, too much sleep, that is a problem. That is when poverty steps in. Because you're wasting productive hours. The time you're supposed to be working, you're now sleeping. So young people need to balance. You have to balance between work and sleep. When it's at night, sleep. When it's during the day, work.
And there are those who work the entire day, entire night. They have very little sleep. Can't it impact on them?
Obviously, their mental health. Have you ever spent a night on maybe a vigil, or you've gone for burial and you stayed awake the whole night? Do you know you even appear like a drunkard during that day? Even the eyes turn red because you didn't have enough sleep.
Yes.
You look like a real drunkard person, and yet you didn't even drink, but the body hasn't rested. So it means it's taking a toll on you.
Okay.
Yes. So sleep is important, but it's supposed to be in the right proportions and in the right hours.
Okay.
During the night, people should sleep. If you didn't sleep during the night, and maybe you have a constructive, like doctors who work night shift, when you come back home during the day, compensate your hours, but allow the body to rest a bit, then get into productivity.
Okay, thank you. Let's now tap into technology.
Yes.
How has the rise of technology and digital devices changed the way the youth engage into physical activities?
Wonderful. Technology has actually had, the world is going tech, so we can't avoid it.
Yeah.
We love it. We are embracing it. But we also need to know the challenges that it's bringing. Technology has somehow reduced the rate at which people interact with each other.
Okay.
There is a lot of strength and assets and treasure in people, in you interacting with fellow human beings. You learn a lot. Technology has made people to isolate. People come alone and the father is on the phone, the child is on the phone, the other one is on the newspaper, this one is on the TV. So there is no interaction. That human interaction is very healthy for everybody.
Without interacting with fellow friends on, maybe here I'm holding my phone, I'm talking to someone on WhatsApp, it's about interaction.
Yes, it's interaction, but it's social media. Do you know how the wrong impression that people have on social media? 90% of what is on social media is completely far from reality. You look at a picture of someone on social media and you're like, hey, I admire. You see them physically. That's when you know it's completely different. So people need to interact. People are with computers. People are on the phone. Even when you go on a wedding, where people are supposed to sit together on a table and converse, everyone goes onto their phone. So we are breaking the values that kept us together as society.
True.
We need to talk. You need to talk to your father. You need to talk to your mother. You need to talk to your child. Ask them, how was school today? How will you know the child was molested or the child was bullied if you're on the phone and the child is also on the phone? Keeping quiet and dealing with their things by themselves. How will you ever know if you don't give them time? They say the definition of love is time. So if you love me, you give me time. Young people are going through so much. So much. They cannot be on TV. They are not learning from technology. They are not learning from computers. They are supposed to learn from us, the parents. We are supposed to be there to guide them.
Okay.
How are we going to guide if you're not part of their lives? And every day when we come back, we are not even there. You know, there are people who are physically in the home, but they are not present. When the child is going through tough situations, they don't have anybody to talk to. You can't talk to a computer because technology has advanced. You go to AI and say, I am feeling like this, what should I do? How about if you talk to someone who can advise you? This is AI, this is artificial. There is a natural way we were doing things before.
Okay.
How can we use technology the right way? But we maintain the values that we uphold that have helped our communities, our African values to be better. And you know, people admire our African values. Yes, we used to sit over the fire and we converse and tell stories. And you know, and those parables, even the Bible says Jesus used parables. He used to sit with his disciples and tell them stories. Those stories were educative, they were informative, they were corrective in nature, they were constructive and developmental. And then you would ask questions. So, mommy, when you were my age, when you were 14, how did you deal with peers? All those things are going to come up when you're having the human-to-human contact.
Okay.
So let's use technology, yes, to do the things that humanity cannot do, the positive part of it, but we maintain the values that we uphold.
Wow, that's beautiful. let's talk about digital lifestyle, including gaming, social media, etc. Does it create more positive or negative impacts on the youth of today? What do you think about it?
Well, it depends on how you are using it. But for sure, gaming and betting, I think you cannot live a successful life based on luck. You can't every day based on luck. Success is not about luck. It's not a miracle that you wake up and you're successful. It is a work in progress. You can bet 1 or 2 times and you don't win and you don't win, and one day you win. But that if you don't have the skills on how to maintain that money, it will pass through your hands. If you've not built the character of being able to sustain a blessing, when it comes, it will just go. So betting is not something I would advise young people to join in, because it is not constructive, it's not educative in nature. It is a chance thing. And out of 20,000 people, it's very few, even less than 10% who usually win. It will be 1 person in a million, and you might not be that 1 person. So the majority, let us work. Let us build the skills that we have. There is something unique about you as Julie. There is a talent that you have on the inside of you. And if you gave it time and gave it your attention, and don't go on the chance of betting, but develop what you have, you will get the skill. Even when you're sleeping and they are looking around for who is going to host this show, they will know Julie, because she has developed that skill, and she knows even from sleep she can just come up and host a show very well. So that is not something that happens by chance. You will have developed it over time because you've done it over and over again. So you can't entirely depend on gaming and betting and social media and all these things.
Wow, that's very beautiful. Time is really so much against us, but there is something that I really don't want to leave behind. Could be maybe our last question. How do peer influences and shape the lifestyle and habits of a young person, peers?
Wonderful.
How do they influence the lifestyle of others?
There is a scripture that says that that bad character corrupts good morals. Bad character, it corrupts good morals. And there is also another example I could use, is that if you have 1 tomato in a basket and the tomato goes bad, what happens to the other tomatoes? Does it affect them in any way?
Yes.
Very good. So the other tomatoes are okay. There is only 1 rotten tomato. So if you don't remove this rotten tomato from the basket of good ones, even the good ones are going to start rotting, because the bacteria that is on the bad one will also spread. Our peers, select the 6 people that you love in your life. 6 people. If you are the 7th, then you will also be that kind of person. They say birds of the same feather, they flock together. So if, Julie, you want to be this other kind of person in life, then even the people that are around you matter. Be intentional about the friends that you have. Are they taking you to your goal? Are they building you to the Julie that you want to be? Are they pulling you positively? So choose friends. Choose. Life is about choices. Choose. There are some friends you know, this one is my friend, but will say hi, I will not spend time with them. They are those ones. This one who will call and you're like, hey, we'll bank KB, but I will only give them 5 minutes of my time. 90% of my time, I'm going to spend it there with this other person. The person who doesn't tell me the things I want to hear. The people will tell you, hey, Julie, everything is always good. Doesn't Julie make mistakes? When do you ever tell her, Julie, improve on this, improve on this, improve on that? You need the people that correct you. So what would I say? If you have the wrong circle of friends, you will make the wrong decisions. And you will ruin, because they will have a wrong lifestyle.
Okay.
An unhealthy one this time. We talked about a healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
This time you'll have an unhealthy lifestyle and you'll end up with bad mistakes and draining your life.
All right.
So be intentional. Choose 6 people that you call your friends and be deliberate about it.
Okay.
And say, I'm going to look out for this one, I'm going to look out. And choose people who are better than you. People who inspire you to be like them, to do better, to improve on yourself. Choose someone, if you say others are going to school, choose someone who is also going to school, adding value to themselves. Like people who have made it. Let those be your friends.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alice. It's been an amazing conversation that we've had today morning, and it's very beautiful. I hope everyone there, you've been watching, following, and you're able to actually give us feedback. Keep the feedback coming on UCTV, Facebook, and then on X. You can as well also DM me on all my socials. I'm Judy Mirona. Tell me what you think about the show. Your contribution are very much pivotal. So they are telling you to choose friends wisely. Make the choices you make of your friends. For me, I never had so many friends. I don't know why. But the maximum was around 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one person who has phobia in so many people. Where there are so many people, you can't find me speak.
Okay.
But I'm a very good and friendly person.
Yes.
I love having few friends that I can maintain, that I can talk to and tell them this wasn't right, this is better, and something like that.
Wow.
Well, Alice,
That's
thank you
nice.
so much for coming. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Julie, for the show, and thank you for the wonderful insights that you've given to our wonderful audience.
I'm overwhelmed with the information we've actually given out to people out there. I hope next time you'll be actually benefiting positively the same way like you did today. My name is Judy Mirona, and this is Arise. Let's think up again next time. Be blessed.